20 seconds to Thailand. Thailand Rob. Good morning.
I wasn't sure if you guys wanted to see the beach today or not. So if you don't want to see the beach, then I guess you could skip to where there's no beach. But if you want to see the beach, I'm here. About 9:30 in the morning. Not the bluest water yet, and there's a no swimming sign. I don't know what's going on with that.
What else is going on?
Oh,
so yes, welcome back to Cobb's little studio, where today we're going to do Q&A, because a lot of video channels actually do Q&As where they answer questions of the people that watch their videos. I typically just don't get around to it enough. Now do I? Question number 1 of the day. Cobb, do you have a website? She said, not, I told you, not yet. Someone mailed me today. They say, do you have website? Yeah. Actually, it was David. Hey, David.
Yeah.
So you're going to get one, though. Soon, you'll have a website. Yeah. So when she gets a website, yeah, we'll send you there. Does Apple Bar do bed and breakfast? But you wrote Brad and breakfast. Well, I don't know who Brad is, and I know they don't do breakfast. But I'm sure you can find a room there, maybe, somewhere close by, for sure.
And we got the pet local rat.
Where are you? Yeah, remember when I said we had critters over here? Yeah, so I guess that's just the local rat. Wasn't too scared of me, which is actually kind of worrying some.
Now I'm paranoid.
I see there's a conversation going on about ringing the bell. Well, here's what it is, at least in this area. When you go to a bar here, if you ring the bell, there's 2 ways they can do it. If the bar is slow and only the staff is there and maybe you and 2 or 3 other people, when you ring the bell, you have bought everyone in that bar the current drink that they're drinking. If the ladies want wine, they get wine. If the guy's drinking Crown and Coke, he's gonna get a Crown and Coke, and you're gonna get whatever you did. You rang the bell and it all goes around. And usually, it will be lady drink prices for the ladies and the employees, which is double usually what you're paying for your drink. So as a comment states right here, it can get pricey if you do it several times. Why do people like to ring the bell? 1, it's just fun. If you're here on holiday and you just want to have a good cheer from the bar, and it's just fun. Now, if you're in a bar and it's completely packed, I mean like loaded to the gill, if you ring the bell then, usually what happens is there's a 1,000 baht charge for that, and what happens is the bar will just do these little mini shots. They'll do a head count in the whole bar, and then they'll make all these little mini, I call them girly shots. They're not really powerful, potent shots, but all these little shots. But the person is capped at usually 1,000 baht. Here in Kamala, I've never seen a bar actually go over the 1,000 baht limit for 1 bell ringing. I'm sure in other places that's not the case, but that's what happens here.
Please, please, please put your story about ringing the bell in Thailand in the comments, because some of you have told me the most incredible stories.
On a daily basis, I probably get a half a dozen to a dozen emails, and of course all the comments on the videos that you guys post and or read and all of that. But sometimes, however, I get questions that are so in depth that I'm like, oh my god, I have to make a video about this, because it's just a good. Again, I've been here now for a couple of years, so I forget some of the basic questions that people who have never been here would have, as goes. Question number 1, is November a good time for a holiday? Yes, November is a good time here because the season over here is usually from August to May, April, May-ish, somewhere in there. That's a good season. Then it goes into rainy season. And November, you're still not in April, which April is, oh my god, that is Songkran. That's the hottest part of the year here. Question number 2, I'm gonna stay for 3 to 4 weeks. Should I rent a flat, aka Airbnb, or just do a hotel? Well, that's your personal, that really is a personal preference. I have never done Airbnb in Thailand. I have been to an Airbnb, but that was in Japan. I guess the Airbnb is more of a home type place, but I actually prefer hotels over over flats. I don't know why. I guess because with me being on a budget, usually the hotel rooms end up being nicer than what I could afford if I was to do an Airbnb. I'm I am always budget minded, so it really depends on. But did you say that? Did you say that? Oh, and you say, and you actually say that money's no problem. So if money's no problem, you could get a real nice Airbnb, or if money's no problem, you could stay at a really fancy resort. Money's no problem, just stay at a resort. Seriously, you stay at a resort in Thailand, you're living like a king. That's just a good way to live. Question number 3, renting a motorbike scooter seems a nice way of transportation, but I'm afraid about driving on the wrong side of the road and the driving skills of the Thai people. That's quid funny, actually. Did you have some? Did I have some issues during the first few days of riding a bike? Yes, the first day that I rode a bike here was actually, I rode to the 7-Eleven. I borrowed Sonny's bike, and I was scared to pieces, but it was at nighttime too. It was not the smartest thing. I drove the bike all the way there on the left side of the road, as you do. But when I got to my destination, I had to cross the road to park at the 7-Eleven. The intersection light had turned red, but I was just literally crossing the street to park the bike, when a Thai driver on a motorbike gunned their bike and was coming through the intersection real fast, and they slammed on the horn and they started cussing me because I had cut in front of them. I didn't mean to cut in front of them. So the two things there was, yes, I was scared to start driving over here, but more or less was having to learn how the Thai people drive over here. Now I know pretty much how Thai people drive over here, and I can anticipate most of the time what they're going to do. Basically, here's a good tip. Drive slow and drive far to the left, and don't do any sudden actions, and you should be fine. Question number 4, I have read. Are all the bars packed full of girls with a soul? Oh, it's a cat. I thought it was a rat. Why aren't you getting the rat? Go find the rat. Is the sole job to force you to pay drinks and take them out? Or is this the wrong version of the Western world? Every bar in Thailand has a different personality. Well, if you're in a tourist area, then yeah, more than likely the girls are there solely to make money. They're not trying to make friends. It's not definitive, but of course they're there to make money. There are some places, yes, that the primary goal of each lady in there is to get you to buy as many lady drinks, ring the bell, and or bar fine them and take them out. It's money, money, money. Now, but back to the question, different types of bars. There are so many bars that are basically just beer bars. These bars, yes, the girls will ask you for drinks. Some of the bars may be pushy. Most of them usually are kind of casual. They're not going to force you to buy them drinks, and actually, you can give them 20 baht just to go away. I'm not making this up. You actually can give a girl 20 baht and say, please leave me alone, and they will. But the places that I like to go to are the bars that do not enforce any asking for drinks, which is honestly why I really love the White Sun Bar. Nobody there is allowed to ask for a drink. They can joke with you and say, hey, you want to buy me a drink? But they do not do that. And girls choose where they want to work. Some girls want to work at places that are, you know, pushing the drinks, and some girls don't. Some girls just work at a bar just to go get a steady paycheck. But my main takeaway from this question is, you can go to any bar. You're not, if you are forced to buy, not forced, if you are pressured into buying the drinks, you can ask them to stop, and or you can just walk to the bar right next door. There are so many places here, you don't have to put up with being harassed. Like going down Bangla Road and being harassed just to be shoveled into their nightclub. Yeah, I don't like any of that, which is why I choose Kamala. Question number 5. Are Thai women interested in white guys? That's just, I'm sorry, I was, or do they only see a wallet and a way to move away? And last question, do they have a scoring system? Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, the simple answer to that without even diving into that is, do they like white guys? Yeah, they like white guys. The part about the wallet, that depends on each individual girl. You're gonna find some here that are just looking for money to make money for their family. And then you're gonna find girls that maybe they just want a relationship. But having said that, there is no way on this camera that I could relay to you how heavily weighted the monetary system is here for a Thai woman. There's just no way in this one video I could explain how deep that subject is complicated. It's not as simple. It's not just as simple as saying, oh, she's Thai, she wants my money. If you meet the wrong girl, you're an ATM. If you meet the right girl, you're not. Many people live over here and will tell you that that's not the way all Thai people are. But there is a heavily weighted monetary system that goes in with relationships here. It is. But every country in the world has their own different way of supporting the lady. I don't care what country you're in, you're supporting your lady. Well, unless they're supporting you. Sugar mama. Get it? The scoring system, yes, they have a scoring system. If you go to a very touristy place, let's just say you go to Pattaya and you're in a bar on the beach and the girl is trying to score you. What that basically means is she's gonna ask you the 5 questions. What's your name? Where are you from? How long are you here for? Are you on holiday? Do you have a girlfriend? That's the scoring system. What they're figuring out is if you're gonna be there a short time, if you're gonna be there a long time. Which do you think they would prefer if they're in the tourist system? Yes, short time. Say hello. They want to hang out with you. They want you to treat them like a queen. They want to make whatever lady drinks they can make or whatnot, and then you go away. There's also a scoring system for women who are actually looking for husbands or boyfriends. Yes, they're going to look at you as if you're a possible kid, just like anywhere else in the world. They're going to say, oh, you're cute, you're not cute. There are plenty of ladies that work in bars that will not go with certain customers. I think a lot of people don't know that. I think that everyone thinks that every girl that's in a bar will go with anybody. This way off track, way off track. They pick who they like to talk to, just like any other country anywhere in the world. And again, I know if you've never been here, it's misleading what you see on the internet, because there's not really a whole lot of in-depth videos talking to the ladies that work in bars. And I actually am gonna try to do more of that so you can actually get a perception of these ladies. Is this first color or is this finished?
First color.
This is what's called first color, but I like it just the way it is. So it's blurry because it's first color, which means she hasn't gone into the details of it, but that's just flipping cool. Just the way it is. It looks like a painting. It looks like you didn't put your glasses on. That's what it looks like.
Can you take this asshole back to America, please?
Goody goody. Don't forget that.